Hello again, and welcome to the latest ScottSmitty Toy Theater. Now, today I'm going to review another Kyoryuger mecha, the next Kyoryuger Zord, if you will, and it's going to be a little shorter one. Today I have Ankydon, the ankylosaurus, as you can see. Now, you're going to ask yourself, why, Scott? When you reviewed Kyoryuger, you did 3 Zords. Why are you only doing 1 now? Well, the answer is, he came by himself. You can see, here's his box. I probably should have shown you Kyoryuger's box, but I forgot. So here's Ankydon's box. He came on his own because he is there's the top. You can see you get a good look at what the Rangers look like. And then here we got some cool Japanese writing I can't read, and you can see what he looks like when he's combined with Kyoryuger, which I will show you. It's him and Drysera make up this combination. The reason he comes on his own is he's an auxiliary Zord. Now, auxiliary Zords, kind of like the Pachycephalosaurus Zord or the Dimetrodon Zord from Dino Thunder, or the extra head Zords like the Beetle, Rhino, and Tyrannosaurus from Megazords, Megaforce. They're Zords that aren't like piloted by a Ranger. They're not the main Zord, but they can be called on to enhance the Megazord, like you had the Tiger, Shark, and Beetle for Samurai. And it's not necessarily that a Ranger doesn't own them, like the Bear Zords in Wild Force. The Yellow Ranger commanded them, but she was Eagle-themed. Her main Zord was the Eagle Zord, so they were just, although she summoned them, they were auxiliary Zords that changed the arms up to make the arms look different. Same thing with the Land Zords I just mentioned, the Beetle, the Rhino, and the Tyrannosaurus from Megaforce. The Black and Yellow Rangers summon them, but what they do is they create a new Megazord combination that's like faster on its speed. The Blue Ranger can summon Hammerhead, Sawshark, and Manta Ray, and then it makes like a C combination, which I'll get into. I'm sure I'll review those on the show soon. So auxiliary Zords are owned or commanded usually by one of the main Rangers, but is not piloted by them. Although I think Ankydon might be an exception, because there actually is a Kyoryuger cyan, because he's a cyan colored. I don't know what his deal is. I can't watch the show. If someone knows a link, a good place to watch Kyoryuger, put it in the comments, because I haven't been able to find it where I can watch it. And let's just take a good look at him at first. A lot of great detailing on him. I really like him. We got the red eyes, which stand out great against the blue coloring. I really love his shell. He's kind of the same size as Stegochi and Drysera. He's definitely the same height. Let me see if I can get, he's definitely around the same height. Stegochi's actually a little taller. And he uses the same transformation. They use the same general body type, like both the legs fold up when doing arm mode. So they transform the same, and they're generally the same, but there's actually a lot of differences here. He seems bulkier. I don't know if it's whether just my crazy mind seeing it that way. And I really like this shell, because not only does the shell each have little details on the spikes. I don't know if you can see. There's like triangles made on the spikes. And you really can't see on my camera, but there's a texture on the shell itself. Not the spikes, just the shell itself, to really give it kind of a layered look. And it really looks cool. It really looks more solid and detailed than, Drysera doesn't really have that kind of thing on her. This one isn't really that detailed because it comes off, it forms a sword. This one is a thick, solid piece, and it's really they're pointy, so it's not like rubbed, rounded off like in America would be. They're made as soft rubber, so I can move them, so they're not going to hurt anyone. But they still look pointy. They don't look like dumbed down. And actually, there's a lot of different details. Even though he shares the same body type as Drysera and Stegochi, there's a lot of different details. For example, look at the legs. As I pointed out in the Kyoryuger review, these guys basically share the same body type with different backs and different heads. So you can see the legs are exactly the same. And it's kind of hard to see on Stegochi. But he has these details right here, too. These, like this little cool detailing here. They both share that. Ankydon actually has different legs. Again, it's hard to see because it's yellow, but she has more of a triangle pattern. He has more of a indent pattern, and it's different legs because they have you can see over here on her leg the triangle pattern up here. He's got more of a cool strut pattern, And he's got a different detailing in here. You can see his is more down here, hers is more up here. But you've also got like a cool plate. So this guy actually, out of these three, is my favorite arm in terms of dino mode. Because he's thick, he is detailed, he's different. They use the same body type, but they didn't just repaint the Stegochi body, put a new head, new back. He's really, from the ground up, different. He just uses the same transformation type. Here's his beast battery, his Judenshi. You can see the Ankydon, ankylosaurus. You got the number 7. He is number 7 out of 11. I think there are 11 mecha in Kyoryuger. There's the glow-in-the-dark ankylosaurus. And his name is Ankydon. Ankydon, as you can see. And now you might be looking at him and be like, wow, this tail is a little stubby. It doesn't really, you know, look right. And what's this thing hanging up here? Well, you open up his mouth comically, like you do. Put the battery in, and then you press down on the bottom. So it can slide all the way in. And he's a hammer, which is really cool, because they're known for having club tails, so you can have a hammer. The hammer itself is really cool. Also, it snaps in. You heard the click, so it doesn't wobble around like that. The hammer itself is really cool, too, because you can see there's even detailing on that. There's some lines here. It's not just a plain piece of plastic. It can come off. It's disassembled in the box, so you just have to pop it in, and it's really thick. I also like there's like metal struts along the tail. It really gives it a thick, heavy look. Okay, sorry about my text messages going off. I gotta learn to not have my phone on when I'm doing these. And that brings me to, here's Kyoryuger again. No arms, but he's ready. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna form. What happens when you put Dricera on one arm and Kyoryuger on the other, you get Kyoryuger Macho, whereas the Stegochi and Dricera are just the regular Kyoryuger. This is Kyoryuger Macho, and he's going to play different music. I'll see. We have him on. First, let me get Dricera in arm mode. Click legs, horns go that way, and then you have the going up like that, and battery out. So she is ready. And let me do same for Ankydon. Same thing. The head, just put it up, and then you just fold the legs up. See, and then you can see his fist, and he's got the hammer. Okay, I'm gonna take the batteries out first because, like I said before, you got to do the batteries in Gabuchi, the T-Rex first. So, okay, turn them on. First, we're gonna put in Dricera. Okay, put in Dricera. Put her in. Now, where did I put his Judenshi? This is real professional. I just lost his battery. Oh, it's in him. I didn't take it out. Now we're going to put Ankydon in. I love the way he says it. Ankydon! It's really funny. And then finally we put in, we'll hear him say it. Gabtira. So then we put the music on. And goes Dricera. And you hear the drill sound for her, because she's a drill, so you'll hear a new sound effect for him. You heard the smash bag. Now listen, you hear all new music. Mucho! I don't know what he's saying after that, but as you can hear, the great thing is when you put the batteries in and do the different combination, you get different music. Now, if you remember from Kyoryuger, he just played more samba music. Here, he actually played like a heavy drum beat. So let's take a good look at Kyoryuger Macho. Looks pretty cool here. You can raise the hammer up to hammer it down. One complaint, only one complaint I have about any of these toys so far is that the hammer points inwards. So like you can't hammer it because then it would hit the side of the hammer. If he was just to slam, so it would hit the side of the hammer. So he's got to like go this way to hit people. Like he's got to go that way. So I wish the hammer could have been on a pivot so he can turn it, and that way he could use it however he wanted. But you can see he makes a good arm. I really, you don't have to take the back off like with Stegochi, and And, you know, you get this cool... I really like him. He's actually my favorite arm that I have so far. I have all 3 quadruped arms. I've got the other 3 coming in the mail from Hobby Link Japan. So he's my favorite arm so far. And there you go. Just a note, you will not form Kyoryuger Macho if you put Stegochi here. If you put in the Stegochi battery, he'll say it, but then he'll say, like, just Kyoryuger and some Japanese, I don't know. So you only get this special music when you put in Drysera. So you got all sorts of combinations for this guy with his cool Ankydon arm, and again, it's just I love the mix and I love the musical aspect. I love the dinosaur design, the way it's like so kind of realistic, but also very anime-ish. It looks organic and yet mechanical, and I love the possibilities. This is the first, not the first time you could switch arms, because Wild Force you could switch arms up, but combined with the music, this is awesome gimmick. So I'm going to have this body, and I'm going to have the Gold Ranger Zord, which I'll review, and he's going to put 2 arms and on. So I'm going to have all the arms and then 2 on their own, but I love the swapping arm feature. I think that makes him look really cool. So yeah, this is Kyoryuger Macho Ankydon. Thank you for watching this review. I will be back with more Kyoryuger Mecha and more toys to review. So